What's up, everybody? Welcome to the vlog. We're teaching a 2-year-old how to drive. Should be fun. Oh, you gotta go straight, buddy.
Wait, there's a flower bed. Get out of the flower bed.
Go straight. All right, go straight. All right, good job, man. You got this. Oh, whoa, whoa. Too far.
Do back and forth.
Everybody
ready?
calm down.
Just with my own eyes.
All right, whoa. All right. Oh, big bump. I think it was a dog. Oh, there's the dog.
Yay!
Hey, eyes on the road! Eyes on the road! Eyes on the road!
Do a zigzags.
Eyes on the road!
Rodin, do zigzags. We're not stopping.
All right, now turn off the car.
Do a honk. Do a honk. Do a honk before you turn off the car.
We're here. So something we don't really talk about a lot, but my wife actually has her own business, and she makes things with a laser engraver. She has a glow forge. She actually made these really cool boxes for a client that she has. We're gonna try to show you these, but they got names and dates on them, so we're gonna do it discreetly.
Show it like this.
Yeah.
It's a wooden box. It's got the person's name and their wedding date on it, and it's a living hinge, which is really cool, which means it's made out of one piece of wood.
Yeah. So the hinge is actually wood.
And then they have a jump drive with it. So the prints of their wedding go here, and then she puts all of the photos on a jump drive, and it's got her logo on it as well.
Yep.
Got a laser engraved.
And she also made a cake topper for the same client, for one of her other clients.
So this is the cake topper. They're really big Sandlot fans, and so then it's got forever, and then got the name right here.
And the date, yeah. So yeah, I just want to show you guys, we're always trying to come up with ways to make extra money. And that's one business that we've had for what?
Since 2020.
Since 2020, yeah. COVID, we got bored during COVID and we bought this thing and went all in with it. And we've had...
This year is my rebuilding year. Usually, as I don't know if you've seen in a couple of past videos, we would be doing a whole lot of craft shows this year. We've decided that we're not doing craft shows this year. This is going to be our rebuilding year, and just to kind of focus down, figure out what we're doing, and to hopefully upgrade the laser.
Yep.
But this year's just kind of been a weird year, and we're just going to take the year off.
Yeah.
So.
And just focus on other side hustles, just to get things... I think that was the house.
The destination is on your left.
We just passed our destination.
Arrive.
Yeah, we did not arrive. All right. We got a whole bunch of stuff that sold over the weekend, so we're pulling everything that we sold. First thing up is a pair of shorts. Oh, that thing's in there good. Hold up. Sit right there. Sold these Hollister shorts. We sold everything on this table, all 7 items, for $162.71. So, not a bad weekend. A little extra $200 almost. But today, I just wanted to make a quick video, just to kind of motivate you guys. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but like, our weather was like 80 degrees all week, and then the last 2 days have, like, I woke up this morning, it was like 42 degrees outside. So, it has just completely devastated my voice. I am cooked. So, I just want to get on here and just kind of give y'all some motivation for the day, just so I can keep the streak alive and let y'all know that we're moving some product and doing some things. No, but one thing that I saw today that I thought was really kind of cool, and if I can get my tripod to be straight, one thing I saw today that I thought was really cool, and I thought I would just let you guys know about, is... This is definitely my ADHD brain kicking in, so please excuse me if this makes no sense to some of you guys. As some of you know, I'm from Kentucky, and we had the Kentucky Derby. If you're from Kentucky, you don't really care about the Kentucky Derby, but I get 100 Facebook messages, or not messages, but posts that I see a day about this thing, and some are fun facts, and I'm a fun fact guy. I like I like knowing fun facts. I think it's really cool. And I stumbled across one that popped up on my feed that said that every single horse in the Derby was a descendant of the Great Secretariat. If you don't know anything about horse racing, that name probably doesn't mean anything to you, but if you know anything about horse racing, that was the greatest horse to ever run. Right? And I just thought it was crazy that since 1973, so many people wanted that horse that they bought into his line so that they could have a horse that could run almost as fast as him. I thought that was absolutely nuts, right? And I read something, I don't know if this is true or not, it was on like a sketchy kind of off site, so I'm not 100% sure if how legit this is, but people were paying up to $6 million in 1973 for, like, they were trying to breed with this horse, and they're paying up to $6 million so that they could have their horse be impregnated by said horse, Mr. Secretariat. And they're paying like tons and tons of money just so that they might be able to recreate this horse and have the strength and the power that this horse had to race, which is absolutely nuts to me. But what I started thinking, I don't know much about horse racing. I wonder who the second best was. And come to find out, up until 2001, the second best horse to ever live was in the same races that Secretariat was in. I think his name was Shame or Shame? I think it's Shame. But that horse broke the record and would have won the Triple Crown, which is 3 major horse races, if you don't know anything about horse racing. It would have won the Kentucky Derby. It set the record for the best race ever at Churchill Downs. But it didn't matter because he was second place to Secretariat. If this horse would have been born any other year of its life, it would have been a Triple Crown winner. It would have been a record-setting horse. But because it was born in the same era as Secretariat, it means nothing. And that horse is somewhat forgot about because it's overshadowed by the best. But he's literally the best. Like, it's so crazy to me that horse was literally so good that if it was born any other year before it, 25 years there was a streak where no horse had won a Triple Crown until Secretariat, right? This horse would have done that if it wasn't born when it was born. Like, it's crazy to me. I thought that was just a fun fact. But let me get back to my point about Secretariat and what I think is really cool that we're seeing right now in vlogging and YouTube and all of these different things. So that horse was so good at what it did. Everybody wanted a part of what it is. So much so that we now have a race that every single horse that was in this race was a descendant of that horse who's the best. Right? That horse literally made such an impact that you see the DNA of that horse and every single horse that's represented in the Kentucky Derby this past weekend, which is absolutely crazy to me that something can have such a big impact. And I'm thinking we're seeing that with YouTube. We're seeing like the Casey Neistats, the Roman Atwoods, the Mr. Beast. Everybody wants to be just like them. But what's so cool is those guys follow different filmmakers. They didn't just come up with all this stuff on their own. Casey Neistat has influences from filmmakers and people who are in the industry and who have made it big. He has several people that he looks up to. And you can see a little bit of the DNA from those before him in his work. But we like his work so much that we want to mimic it and kind of make it our own and put our own twist on it. So what is my point with all this? Right? Yeah, these people are making such a big impact. My challenge to you, be such an individual that people want to mimic what you're doing because it's so good. People want a little bit of what you're doing because they know it works because you did it. So I challenge you today, just go out there and do whatever you can to be original, because what people want right now more than anything is just originality. your own heartbeat, your own life in what your projects are. You know why Sacred Chariot was such a good horse to race? His heart was 3 times the size of all the other horses. He had a humongous heart. And I truly believe that that's what a lot of YouTubers that aren't making it are missing, is the heart of the person that's in front of the camera. Show yourself, be yourself. You are good enough. People want to follow you. They don't want to follow another Casey Neistat. They don't want to follow another Roman Atwood. They want originality. They want something that is its own breed, its own thing. But yeah, sure, have a little bit of like a little sprinkled in and stuff. But the reason we look up to them is because they were so original and they put their heart into it, and they truly showed who they were through their work. And if you want to make it, that's what you got to do. You can't mimic what these other guys have done. You got to have a heart. You've got to put all your heart into it. So be sure today, whatever you're working on, go out there and put your heart into it. And I promise you, something will come of it. It might not be as big as these guys. Do I think I'm ever going to be as big as Roman Atwood or Casey Neistat? No. Could I be? Possibly. Like, I would love to be that. But what I want to be is an original individual who creates in such a way that people are like, man, I want to make that my style of film. I want to encourage people to do more and get out there and chase their dreams, right? And I can't do that if I'm looking like somebody else. If I'm a carbon copy of somebody else's work, they're not going to be interested in it. They're going to want to be like who I want to be like. And then whenever they find out who I want to be like and they go watch their videos, what's the point of them coming back to my videos? Because they got all of the videos from all these other people. So yeah, that's pretty much what I just want to leave you guys with today, is just have heart in what you're doing. Go out there, chase your dreams, be yourself, because you are awesome. You don't have to be what somebody else is. You are good enough on your own to be who you are. You're literally made for a reason, right? You just got to go out and find what it is and just be originally you. And those that are supposed to be with you are going to be with you. And those that are going to follow you are going to follow you. And if that's just one person, keep living the way you're living, because that's who you are. If that's millions and millions of people, that's a lot of responsibility. But I'm telling you right now, it's no more different than having one, because it's all important. If people are going to follow you, you need to be prepared and ready to lead them in the right direction. Okay? So this is kind of just a random thought process, because like that fact just kind of blew my mind, and I just kind of ran with it, and I just started thinking about all this stuff. And I just want to let you guys know that that's kind of where I'm at, is put your heart into it today. Whatever you're doing, hopefully this makes sense to you guys, because like that's just kind of where my heart was today after seeing that fact. So appreciate you guys so much, and I hope this encourages you today as you try to lead your own journey and go find what you're supposed to do in this world and in your life. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow.